Another podcast that I want to feature this week, and I'll be quick with it, but it's a great episode. And if you're thinking about doing an ultra marathon, which is over a marathon, this is a good episode. And I haven't had a chance to listen to anything but this one episode, but it hooked me for two reasons. It was let me see what the podcast is actually called. It's called the Community Trail Running with host Andrew Lee. And the episode I listened to was Running 100 Miles with Coach Andrew Miller. And what's interesting about this podcast is a lot of the stuff that I listen to is long form, so 2-3 hours long. And I flipped this on, and in my head I assumed that's what it was going to be. It was going to be a couple hours or an hour. And when it was over, it was only like 20 minutes long, and I was getting a ton of good information, helpful information, really relating to the conversation. It was over. It was like they started talking like they were going to close things out, and I was like, "What? How long have I been listening to this?" It was like 20 minutes long, but man, it was very beneficial. This episode, Running 100 Miles with Coach Andrew Miller. I am actually somebody who's thinking about doing an ultra. I have not mentally committed to it at all because, listen, I know my limitations in terms of the marathon, and I want to see how the Buffalo Marathon goes. I have scheduled 3, maybe 4. There's a 4th marathon I'm looking at for this year. I want to see if I can get my body to a place where at the end of a marathon, I don't feel like I can't walk. So, and I will say this, at the end of my half marathon, the one that I did in January, I felt like I could walk away from that and do whatever. Like I could go eat at Burger King. But I'll tell you this, after my marathon, I was like, get me home. And I need to sit for the next 7-8 hours. I need to go to bed. Like, I feel like if I can't get past that point in the marathon distance, I'm going to be hard pressed to go for the 100K and then the 100 miles. But if you're thinking about it, a lot of great tips in this episode of the Community Trail Running. It was really just base level, like you're having a conversation with your coach, and Andrew Miller is a coach. Very beneficial, 20 minutes of your time, great episode. Even if you're at the half marathon distance, thinking about going to the marathon distance, there's just some really wise advice. The kind of advice that it's measured, okay? So it's not like you got to get out there and run thousands of miles. It was very much like take care of your body, don't hurt yourself, pay attention to your muscles, build slowly and gradually. These are all lessons that I completely ignored last year when I was trying to run races. I mean, I went from never running a race to running a marathon in the span of right around 6 months. And that's, turns out, not the best strategy. So did I do it? Yes. But is that the best way to get the most production out of your body, first of all, physically, and then your best times for pace and things like that? Absolutely not. So, yay, congratulations to me. I forced myself to do these things. But now I'm entering into a world where I'm trying to finesse it and work with my body and control the mental side of things and do things in a measured approach. And that episode of Community Trail Running was literally hit right where it made me think that if I'm going to do an ultra, it might be a year out still, and I need to plan well in advance for that ultra. And it also got me thinking, because I've been already, before I've even done my second marathon, I've been planning. I planned out this whole year all the way to November, and now I've already been looking at races for December, January, February of next year. Like, where am I going to land with that, and how am I going to pay for it? And it's got me to step back and go, if I'm going to do an ultra, that might be something I want to leave a gap for and train specifically for. And these races that I'm doing this year are great. They're great for building mileage. But as I'm looking at an ultra, it's one of those things where it's like, you got to take this seriously. And if you're going to take it seriously, it's going to take some time to train for it. So yeah, check out both of those, the cerebral palsy perspective with Chad and Daryl, and then Community Trail Running with host Andrew Lee. Both of those are on Spotify. Check them out. Great podcasts.
No quit, no quit, no quit. Building their wall, while they talk about us, all they talk about us. Educated, experienced, still not credible. So we embraced it. Now we're incredible.